So this third one is going to be within the first 3 pages. One of the things it says is the protracted impasse resulted in falling production, rising unemployment, soaring inflation, and widening trade deficits. The Army's Government and Relief in Occupied Areas program provided a vital margin of food, medicine, and fuel to prevent mass starvation. By law, however, this assistance, totaling about $400 million per year, could not be used for economic recovery, ... $400 million. How does that compare with the $450 million that was going on in the European theater at the same time? Right? But then it goes on to say, what's the next paragraph? In meetings with Dwight Eisenhower, Herbert Hoover, and James Forrestal during 1946, MacArthur said little about Japan's economic muddle. He spoke instead about Oriental psychology and American politics. Eisenhower, he charged, was a slave to the press, a poor chief of staff, and an enemy of West Point. It has slave to the press in quotation marks, as if MacArthur actually used the term slave to the press. So it also goes on to talk about the election that happened later that year, right? So here's the thing. Some of those bonds that were authorized for the Reconstruction following the Civil War were 40 years. This would have been in time for another 40-year bond to have come to the point where it would be maturing. How long did it take for those bonds that were announced, if I'm not mistaken, in May of 1865 to actually get issued? Were they issued by November of 1865?